little bit of a discussion about the Chargers. So I was looking, the over/under totals are out for all the teams, and I'm up and down it, and actually find the Chargers over/under total because right now off the top of my head, I know it's lower than I thought, but I'm blanking if it's 7.5 or 8.5. Okay. I know it's one of the two. Whatever. But anyway, I'm going up and down the list. I'm like, okay, who do I love? Who do I don't like? We did a segment on that.
8.5.
Is it 8.5? Okay. And we did a segment on that, I don't know, 4 weeks ago when they came out. Which ones we loved, which ones we hated. And we didn't touch a ton on the Chargers. That's one that I think 8.5 is criminally low. I think we're forgetting that they absolutely have a top 7 quarterback in Justin Herbert. I don't think that's disputable. You could argue top 10. Fine. Okay. The lowest I'll go is 10. Seriously. I would say Harbaugh already walking into the league as a top 10 coach. I don't care that they don't have a lot of wide receivers. Their offensive line is going to be really good. They have a pass rusher. Right? They check a lot of boxes. Good tackles, good quarterback, good coach, good pass rusher. I know the weapons aren't great. They're going to run the football. Jim Harbaugh is going to run the football. Are we all aware that he took the Niners from I think they were 3-13, and I think they won 8 games or 9 games the next year? Are we aware that that's what Jim Harbaugh is capable of doing with a team? To me, that's an easy over. I mean, am I out of my mind?
No, I like the over here. I've been very optimistic on the Chargers in the past, even despite Brandon Staley being completely incompetent and seeming to know nothing about the game of football.
Well, and we even knew that going into last year, and we still liked him.
Yeah,
but that's
just because we thought the talent would carry.
That says so much about Herbert.
I think the talent's there. I think now that you have a coach, things are going to explode for you. You're in a tough division, though. That's the thing. You're very much in the Steelers' position where I think you're now. You have more talent than Pittsburgh, but it's also, what's the schedule look like? You have to worry about things like strength of schedule.
For the Chargers?
Yes. I think...
Gotta keep going.
I think Harbaugh's extremely important, and I think he's going to get them a bunch of wins, and I think that's going to be great for the organization, but I think they're still at this stage right now where they have to battle through such an extremely tough division and extremely tough
under
conference. 8.5? No, I'm going to go over, but I just don't think it's going to be out of this world. I think 9
Yeah, no, I think 9 wins. I think 9 wins.
Maybe win a playoff game.
So they open with the Raiders at home. That's a win.
That's a win.
They go to Carolina.
Win.
That's a win.
2-0.
To Pittsburgh.
That's a tough game.
To me, right now, I would take the Chargers.
3-0.
Then they have the Chiefs at home. I would probably go Chiefs. Then they go to Denver.
4-1.
Probably 4-1. Then they go to Arizona.
5-1.
The Saints at home.
6-1.
Yeah, at Cleveland, they probably lose that game.
6-2. Yeah.
They get the Titans at home, 7-2. The Bengals come to town, probably 7-3. Ravens come to town, 7-4. Go to Atlanta. So they go to Atlanta, to the Chiefs, and then they have the Bucs at home. I would say over those 3, they probably win 2.
Yeah.
So they were 7-4. Give them 2 wins, give them a loss, so they're 9-5.
I think they barely make the over.
We're not done. That's 9-5. Then they have the Broncos at home. It's a coin toss game. But then they end with the Patriots and the Raiders.
Yes, but so I think there's also some games in there where they could slip up. I think
correct.
I think Pittsburgh could be a loss.
Right. I think Pittsburgh could be a loss. I think they could easily lose all 3 of those games in that stretch we just talked about.
I think they could lose to Atlanta. Yeah.
Or I think they're going to lose to Atlanta and the Chiefs, and I think they would beat the Bucs. But it wouldn't shock me if they lost to the Bucs and beat Atlanta on a field goal or something.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
I think it's a barely over 8.5 win team.
See, maybe I'm just higher on them. Seeing the schedule now, I haven't looked at the schedule in a week. Seeing the schedule now, I think they may be closer to an 11-win team. This is a cupcake schedule. Are we kidding?
Let's not forget though that it is. I think Harbaugh is going to be great, but it's his first year. You have to give coaches some time.
Right, but I don't think it's a full rebuild. They have talent on the roster.
Yeah, but just to get acclimated with everything, I think it's going to take just a little bit of time.
I don't think that matters as much as you think. Acclimated.
Yeah, to his style.
They're not 10-year-olds preparing for football.
It's okay.
They don't have to condition. This isn't heat acclimation.
I think there's still just a change when there comes a new administration.
It's not Switzerland. He'll be fine.
How's Switzerland tie in?
But he's not going to a different country. It's still American football.
Yeah.
Like, he's coached everywhere. He's coached, like, San Diego, Stanford, Michigan, the 49ers. Like, he's coached everyone, worked everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's going to be like, oh, my God, I have to completely adjust to how the NFL is. Like,
Right.
I think he knows.
No, I know that, but I just don't think, like, with one group of guys
I'm not
you
saying
walk
it's
in
easy.
same year.
Yes, I'm not saying it's easy. But, dude, this is such an easy schedule. Are we kidding? Like, the Raiders, the Panthers. Okay, because we have time. Let's go thought experiment. How many games are they going to have the better quarterback in? So the Raiders, yes. Panthers, yes. Steelers, yes. Chiefs, no. Broncos, yes. Cardinals, some would argue Kyler. I would go Herbert. Would you go Herbert?
I go Herbert.
So then, yes. Derek Carr. I would go Herbert. Deshaun Watson. I would go Herbert. Will Levis. Herbert. Or whoever's starting for the Titans at that point. Joe Burrow, I'd probably go Burrow. Lamar. Coin flip, I'd go Lamar. Okay, I'd go Lamar. Kirk Cousins. I'd go Herbert.
Yeah. He's younger.
Mahomes, I would go Mahomes. I would go Herbert over Baker. I'd go Herbert over Bo Nix. I'd go Herbert over Drake May or Jacoby Brissett, whoever's starting week 8 or 17 at the time. And then the Raiders again.
I like it.
So, I mean, that's 2 against Mahomes, 1 against Burrow, 1 against Lamar,
That's it.
and another 1 against Mahomes. That's it.
Okay,
5.
5.
I think it's an 11-win team.
Okay.
I'm going 11 wins.
Look, it wouldn't surprise me. I'm just saying. I just think
11 wins.
I think this team's going to be good.
Put it on the board, yes.
Okay.
As soon as we get off here, I'm betting the rest of my ESPN bet on the over
Okay.
of 8.5.
How much is on there?
It's like $50.
Okay.
I'm not rich,
Okay, that's fine.
but I
That's
will be
still,
after
that's still a
that.
pretty big bet.
I wonder what the
Payout would be?
bet. Yeah.
A long shot?
Well, that's not even that long shot.
No, but it's still a long shot. Compared to other bets, yeah.
Well, their over is going to be like minus at 110.
I have the line right here, actually. The over is minus 144.
Yeah, so like that's not going to pay me out a ton. I wonder though if I tease it up to 10.5.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Then
now
that's
we're
where you go
talking,
different.
Now we're talking.
That's
I
where
think
you
it's
go
an
different.
11-win team.
That's where you go different.
All right,